Hey guys, welcome back to another quick impressions video here on another Switch game that I finished, this time around Sonic Forces. A game also available on the PS4, PC, Xbox One, and pretty much every other console out there. This game is available, and I got the Switch version as a gift, and I was actually looking forward to playing this game despite the mixed reviews that were leaning towards, this being yet another average or below average Sonic game. But I had faith because of the early gameplay footage that I've seen when the game was announced. It reminded me a lot of Sonic Generations in the sense that the game presents you with side-scrolling stages as well as stages that are kind of like the Sonic Adventure type, the third person or 3D third person type of behind your back view stages that I really enjoyed, both in Sonic Adventures and also in Sonic Generations, which is my favorite Sonic game of all time. So there were hints of this game having elements similar to Sonic Generations, so that's why I was excited. And well, final verdict, it's not a very good one, unfortunately. I think I had a little bit too much faith in this game, and as we all know, it's a little bit unfortunate because when I look at a Sonic game, Sonic is one of the staple mascots in gaming, and he's supposed to represent a top quality, top notch production value games, and unfortunately, as we all know, throughout the years that has not been the case. He had a good streak going on back in the Genesis days. And every now and then you have good games such as the Sonic Adventure games and Sonic Generations, but unfortunately there's not a consistency as far as the quality in the Sonic games, and I find that to be very very sad, to be honest, because Sonic, again, he at one point was the competition of Nintendo, of Mario. He represented the other side basically of the mascot realm of side-scrolling games, and it's unfortunate that Team Sonic they're not able to keep that quality that once was a characteristic of the series. Now, Sonic Mania, I've heard a lot of good things, but I don't own that game yet. I do plan on getting it and playing it, so. We'll see what that game is all about. But going back to Sonic Forces. Yes, the game does borrow elements from Sonic Generations as far as the type of stages. There are basically three types of stages that you can play in this game. You have your regular side-scrolling stages, then you have your kind of like behind-the-back 3D type of stages, and then you have the new character, the new addition. He is called the Rookie, and it's a character that you create at the beginning of the game. You choose what type of animal. You choose the type of clothing, and it's I guess a cute feature, if you will, because it allows you to create your own avatar character. And in my opinion, it didn't really contribute a whole lot. It just contributed to the whole mess that the Sonic friends, shitty friends as they call it, in the gaming in the gaming community, really, because no one likes the amount of cringe-worthy material every time the Sonic friends are gathered. And unfortunately, they're all back. Sonic's all of his friends, which I already lost count how many friends he has, and they all have cringe-worthy voice acting and appearance, and it's a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, it kind of adds to the charm of how cheesy and just cringe-worthy these games are at points. So you just get ready. You're gonna see a lot of full video motion or cinematic scenes featuring Sonic friends, and it's just not a pleasant sight. Let me just say that. But the character you create, the Rookie, you can equip him with different types of not weapons, but you have this kind of like grapple that you can use in the levels, and it's kind of cool because you can customize it, and it has different effects. So it gives you a reason to go back to the older stages and try the different items in order to reach maybe different areas of the game, or have different patterns as far as your progression in certain stages. So there is some replay value out there. There's also unlockable stages. I believe I unlocked all of them. Which sounds crazy because, again, the game, I'm not saying the game is terrible or anything. This game is average, in my opinion. And it pains me to say it's average because it's a Sonic game, and I want, the Sonic games to have that level of quality that Mario games have. Mario, it's nothing's perfect in the Mario universe. There are games that are not as good as other certain games, like for example, the new Super Mario Brothers on the DS. I thought that game, it's a good side-scrolling game, but it's nothing spectacular. But at least it maintains a level of quality that it's, that it's fun to play with. And the Sonic franchise is just not doing that. So this game, I would probably rank it as just average, and that's very, very, very unfortunate. But as far as the stages, again, you have those 3 types of stages, and you have 3 different types of characters that you can use. You have the modern Sonic with a different moveset than the classic Sonic, which makes a comeback similarly to the Generations games where you can play with both of them. The classic Sonic stages are strictly side-scrolling, and then you have modern Sonic, which you can do that, the lock-on spin attack. So there's some variety in terms of gameplay as far as who you choose with. And the stages the graphics actually are pretty good. They're very colorful, very vivid. You have a lot of classic stages that are always making a comeback. Green Hill Zone and all that. There's several iterations of that level. It's always fun to play those stages, and the graphics are pretty good, and the sense of speed is also very good in this game, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, the level design is not good. I found that most of the 3D stages are very easy and very simple. They do a good job of presenting a stage as far as the colors and the sense of speed and everything like that, but for the most part, they're very, very easy. And they really, the design itself, it's just bland. Really, they don't inspire you to go back to them and replay them like they did on Sonic Generations. Even though the stages have sometimes different paths that you can take or collectibles that you can opt to grab or collect, there's no need. Like, you don't feel like you have to go back to the stages and go to the different paths or get all the collectibles. There is a ranking system in this game, depending on, it kind of rewards you more for finishing the stages fast, more than anything, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's very easy to complete stages in a quick manner in this game. There are some glitches here and there. There are some very unfortunate level design nuisances and in both the 2D and 3D levels in this game that are unfortunate. Sometimes jumps are being missed. Areas where you're trying to be, especially on the side-scrolling stages, they're very frustrating. If you're trying to get the collectibles, if you're trying to get to a new area, these games the physics are just messed up. It's very hard to have accurate jumps because of the way how slippery the characters are. As soon as you start running at a certain speed, your jump is all over the place. It feels like your character goes up and then it just drops down as far as the jumping physics or mechanics, and it makes it very hard to, again, go back and enjoy the levels, try to get all the collectibles and things like that. I understand Sonic games are about the speed and just trying to finish the games as fast as you can, as efficiently as you can, collecting all the coins and not getting hit by enemies. But this game, the levels are just not very well designed, in my opinion. And there's about, I think, 30 levels in order to complete the story mode, the main story of the game. It's a fairly short game. It took me around, I want to say, 5 to 6 hours. And that's including all the secret stages, and I'm not really sure how many secret stages there are. I want to say I unlocked everything because at the end of the game it gives you like a completion value, and mine was like 110% or something like that. So I think I played all of the stages that the game has to offer. I unlocked everything. Except I have to go back, I may not do this, but I do want to go back and play the free DLC content, which is kind of like it's called the Shadow the Hedgehog like the add-on levels. I think there's like a mini side story that's free for download supposedly. So I do want to go back and explore that. You know, it kind of like ties into the story of the game, which I haven't really said anything. The story is pretty cringe-worthy, but kind of interesting at the same time, because for the first time Sonic is kind of like defeated. That happens really early in the game, so you have to actually rescue Sonic, which I thought it was an interesting thing. And of course, Eggman, as always, he's behind everything, and he's kind of like the main villain. But the cool thing is, you know, early in the game, you use the avatar you create, you know, the rookie character, to actually free Sonic. That's kind of like your first mission. Find out where Sonic is and release him from the clutches of Eggman. And once Sonic is free, then you're able to use him in all the different stages. And you know, the story gets a little bit more involved as far as the this new power that Eggman has with the Phantom Ruby, I think it's called, this new artifact that creates new types of enemies and bosses and things like that. So nothing major. Obviously, the story is not the main focus of these games, but it's there if you guys are interested. And overall, again, it's a fairly short game, 5 to 6 hours tops. And then again, you know, the level design is unfortunate. There is a lot of flaws as far as the level design, and a lot of cringe-worthy moments with all of the Sonic friends that have made a comeback in this particular game. A true shame, because I had my expectations somewhat high. I really liked Sonic Generations, but Sonic Forces is not even close to the level of quality that particular game had. So disappointed, but again, looking forward to trying Sonic Mania. I've heard nothing but good things about that game. It's a return to the classic formula, so I'm definitely going to pick that game sooner than later and play it and give you guys my impressions. But for now, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.